YouTube? I'm going through something called SRF Bravo in the Navy. That's Security Reaction Forces Basic. Pretty much it's like being trained to stand watch, which I already know how to do because I'm qualified all my watches. But so, you know, it's kind of stupid that I have to go to it, but it's whatever. So basically it's a training school with a whole bunch of ex-cops and ex-Marines, Special Forces guys come and basically teach you things like how to take people down, what's called mock holds, different approaches, things like that. But anyway, skip all that horse shit, all that happy horse shit. The one thing in the military you're always going to hear, especially in the Navy, when you hear SRF Bravo, is OC spray. OC course and OC spray. And what that is where they fucking spray you in the goddamn face with pepper spray with some good shit. And then they make you run a fucking obstacle course right after they shoot you with it. And I just did that Thursday, and I'm gonna share basically what that is. So, like I said, what you do is you go through some training, how to hit people with a baton and how to strike and all this stuff. Like, they teach you all these basic fighting techniques in case, I guess, you've never fought before ever in your life. And they tell you all these things that you need to do, and then they make you practice them for like a day or two, so that it's kind of in your muscle memory. It's like a recent thing you've done, so it's easy to do. And I know why they did that, because some people needed it. So then, as you're going through the course, comes the OC day. And basically, the general rule, give or take, with police force and security forces, you're not allowed to use something sometimes until it's been done to you. And there's a reason for it. And a lot of people think that, and it's like, well, how come you don't get shot then? Because you're going to shoot people. Touché. The reason why is because when you use OC spray, pepper spray, anything like that, outside, there's fucking wind. There's things happening. So you shoot that shit into the wind, it's going to come back and hit you, and then you're going to get, the OC, and then they're going to have it, and you're both going to have it. And the whole idea behind the training is that you've done it before, you felt it before, and you fought through it before. So that's why this training exists. That's also why you get tased, is because I don't get tased in this course. I'm just saying, like, you've seen cops get tased before they get to use their taser, and that's because when you tase somebody, they're fucking conducting electricity. So if you touch them, it's gonna, it's not gonna hit you with full force, but you're gonna feel it too. And that's why you have to do this training. So basically, what the OC course is you go out there, you walk into we did in a gravel pit. So you walk out to this gravel pit, and they're like, they make you confirm, like, do you understand that you're about to get sprayed with OC? And you have to say yes, and then you turn around and you close your eyes, and they're like, okay, take a deep breath, and then when you're ready, put your thumb up and turn back around. So for any of you guys who are watching this because you're about to go through it, take a really huge breath into your nose and then hold it, and then do your thumbs up and then turn around. Trust me, you do not want to breathe in when you're getting sprayed in the face or immediately after being sprayed. Alright, so then they spray you across the brow and your face and shit, and it's going to trickle down over your face and everything. So then you have to open your eyes, and he's going to hold out his hands, and you have to be able to tell him how many numbers he's holding up. Now, when I did this, at this point, I could still see out of my left eye, because I decided before I went to do the course that I was going to use my left eye. Because when you get shit in your eyes, you can always kind of like really do that hard squint, and then one of your eyes will open up. I was practicing before it was my turn to see which eye I would use for that, and I came to the conclusion I would use my left. So I did that, and I went over and I opened my left eye. I was like, oh, this isn't so bad, because you can feel it tingling, and you're like, oh, this isn't so bad. I can do this. And I looked at it, and I'm like, cool. And this is what happened to everybody at this moment. I don't know why I thought I was going to be special, but after you see his hands and you turn around, everybody did the same thing. We all turned around, and that's when it hit you, because it takes a few seconds. So you turn around and run the next course. You basically like spin on one of your feet, and as soon as you put that other foot down, the pain is gonna hit. Like right when I did that, my left eye it just dumped into my fucking left eye, and holy fuck, like I can't really describe. It's not the worst pain I've ever felt in my life, but when you feel it, when it first hits you, it's like somebody took a fucking frying pan that was just like full of grease straight off the fire and threw that shit in your face. Like, instantly, the first thing you want to do is like scream like a girl and grab your eyes. Like, a lot of people actually did. A lot of people did this number. They're like, ah! Ah! And they just stood there and flexed. Like, we all did our best going Super Saiyan impersonation right there when you turn around. It's fucking, when you get to watch it, it's hilarious. Like, they didn't let us record anything for some reason, because it's not classified or anything. So they didn't let us record it, but everybody did that. It was fucking awesome. And right when that happens, you need to decide whether you're going to crash and burn or whether you're going to fight really hard. And what I suggest you do, which is what I did, is I hyped myself up to get really angry. So when that happened and I felt it, I did my little Super Saiyan routine, and then I fucking like just belted out this huge fucking like roaring yell and flexed everything I had, and I started running forward. And just to give you an idea, I'm 5'11", like 250 right now. So I'm a big dude, like a fucking linebacker style build. So that shit brought me to a standstill. So like, you know, you'll watch cops and you see people like shake it and then keep going. Their face is melting when they're doing that. Like, that shit hurts. There is no fucking trick to it. But anyway, I digress. Go back. Is after your face starts to melt off and you feel the acid and your skin's coming off, you have to run forward, and there's a guy standing there like a vagrant, and you have to give him orders, and he refuses your orders. So what you have to do is you take him down to the ground. I'm not going to go to the takedowns, like what you do specifically. It's cool stuff. I wish I could show you guys. Like, it's really cool stuff to have, just to like keep in the back of your head. One day when that one day you actually have to use it. But basically, you take him to the ground, and you have to tell him to do certain things on the ground. You know, like when a cop is going to arrest you and he puts you on the floor and tells you to spread your legs, things like that. You have to do that, and then you have to look. They'll ask you, is he doing it? And you have to look to see. And you check really fast, and then you say yes, and then you go to the next station. So you hop up, and you're still on fire, because this shit does not quit. Like, this shit does not quit. And you're still on fire at this time. So you go ahead and you get up and you grab a baton, and you go to the next station. And the next station was a forward strike baton. So you're just kind of blinded, and you're doing forward strikes. And the whole thing is you have to have the proper form, and you have to say, you know, the commands. You could look up all these kind of YouTube videos on it. It's fucking hilarious. Just type in YouTube after my video, type in OC reactions, and just watch that shit. It is fucking hilarious. So you just hit this thing, the corn festival, and you scream like, get back, stop, get back, get down, things like that. And if you don't say the words, it doesn't count. So you stay there until the guy watching you is satisfied. So you have to poke your eye open, you gotta crack your eye and look, and then keep going. And once you do that, you move to the next station, which is another striking station. And then there's a blocking station, and the last station is the other one that everybody's heard of. You always hear about OC Spray, and then when you hear about OC Spray, you always hear about Red Man. So for us, it was the Shadow Man, and that's just because his armor was black instead of red. And what you basically do is you get in a little fight with this guy. You run up and you give him orders like the first guy, and he refuses your orders. But since you have the baton and he's refusing orders, he starts approaching you. So you basically you gotta Rodney King this guy pretty much. You beat the shit out of him, hitting his knees and telling him to get down. And of course, he's going to continue to refuse your orders and keep fighting you. So you keep hitting him and you keep hitting him, and at some point he grabs you, and you have to be able to get out of the grab. And then he grabs your baton, and you have to scream like baton grab, and you rip back, and you have to get his hands off your baton. Again, I'm not going into the details like the grabs and the specific moves that you do, but you have to get him off of your baton. And then once you do that, you have to you take him down again, and then you're done. The problem is the course itself takes 2 minutes tops if you do it right. If you don't, if you don't completely shell shock and fuck up, it takes 2 minutes. The problem is this shit doesn't fucking wear off in 2 minutes. This shit, I can still feel it today. It's been like, I did it Thursday, Friday, today's Saturday. I can still feel it in my eyes. This shit burns. So, like, when you go there, I forgot to take sunglasses. Oh my God, just standing in the shade makes you feel so good. The comparison for the pain that they said was it's like getting a super, super bad sunburn and then standing in the sun. I've never once gotten a sunburn in my life. I can't sunburn. So I can see why people complain about sunburns now. Like I said, it's not the worst pain ever that I've ever felt, but it's enough to make you stop and have to force yourself to get through it. It's definitely enough to stop you in your tracks. And it's like I said, gritting your teeth and grunting and yelling and getting hyped like you're fighting, like you're actually fighting, will help you get through it. It'll be a whole lot easier if you do that than if you just sit there and like, we had a guy do that for a while. He was just there and we're like yelling at him, dude, go! It's gonna burn, dude, just go! He just stood there for like 2-3 minutes. I can laugh now because I already did it and burnt my fucking face off. So, and that's funny too, is because you're standing there watching other people do it and you're laughing at them and shit. But you have to realize, like, you're laughing at them, but in a few minutes, you're gonna be right where they are, screaming and in pain and shit. It's just, it's, you know, it's not a good time, but now that I'm thinking about it and I've already done it, you know, like when you do something terrible or scary or something and you laugh about it afterwards, I could totally laugh now. Like, it's a good old time getting your face fucking fried with this shit. So word of advice, guys, especially motorcyclers, well, unless you have your helmet on, if a cop pulls out his pepper spray or somebody's pulling out OC spray, pepper spray, whatever kind of spray they got, just stop whatever you're doing and listen to them. Trust me. Trust me. It took me, I think, 20 to 30 minutes before I could open both eyes normally, and I still didn't want to open them because it still hurt. So yeah, this shit is fuck. Like, it's liquid hot magma in a can. Jesus. Alright guys, I just wanted to share my OC course experience with y'all. If you have any OC or SRF Bravo questions, or actually Navy school questions, I never put that out there. You can ask me about Navy schools too if you want. And I can see about answering your questions for you.